Ready, Stace?
Ready, Darce?
Here we go.
It's our big hit.
Twins.
Sisters, sisters, there were never such devoted sisters.
Stacey is the one who's always got my back.
Yeah, Darcey's love life, that's a lot to unpack.
True.
Caring, sharing, every little thing that we are wearing.
House of 11, we've had lots of guy trouble, that's well known.
I've got a fiancé and she's alone.
Wow.
All kinds of weather, we stick together, the same in the rain or sun. We got tight faces, but in tight places, we think and we act as one. Take it, Darce.
Manifest our twin power.
Scooter bapa dee bahada
Adapata, do the twins. Apadapa, hot to go. Ooh, my boobs shake when I do that. Ooh, ooh, ah.
Ready to fly. Ready to got wings.
Listen, I know you said 10 minutes ago that I didn't like Georgie, and I thought he was a snake in a grass. Hey, more Cabernet over here, Jerry. Thanks. But now, this energy is giving me. It's great. And I spilled a little bit of my wine, and I peeked under the table, and his bulge looked big. So I'm going to say, yeah.
You know what? And I think I've been wrong too. I might have been wrong too. I might have been a little wrong. You know, could have been someone else. Could have been someone else who told me. Maybe the person who told me was wrong. Maybe they told me the one. Maybe someone else said it. When the money runs out, he's gone. When the money runs out, he's gone. When the money runs out, he's gone. When money runs out.
I didn't realize how bad Debbie's makeup was.
It's terrible.
I did realize this time. I didn't realize last week.
It
Welcome to Darcey and Stacey.
It looks like those models from the Simply Irresistible model,
Yes.
Robert Palmer,
Yes.
but they went too heavy.
Which is saying something. It's a little frosty.
Yeah. I don't know what she's doing. We speculated. Is it COVID? Is she...
I
is
think
she
she's just over paranoid for COVID.
Yeah.
Not, you know what, actually, you cannot be over
That's
paranoid
true.
for COVID. Oh, so just very cautious.
But we've seen her before.
Yeah.
Maybe she's got a pre-existing condition. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
But,
so
yeah,
I never can fault someone for...
But I don't know why they just don't say, yeah, Debbie's not taking any chances during COVID.
I wish they would say that.
They could have made a point of it.
It's weird that she's not here. She's just sitting up there with that on that latte glass, just looking at everybody. It's very... Y'all, this is
Someone else told
Darcey
me.
and Stacey.
Someone else told me there was a
Season 2, Episode
I don't know.
7, Fights and Flights.
And y'all, we think we're here at dinner to hash it out. And I think we are. Stacey is basically saying, we never really get to the bottom of American trash.
No. It's he said, she said,
Right.
literally. And so...
But you're right. The magic that happened when he said, when Rain is like, is this bitch goes broke tomorrow?
Yeah, she
Are
goes
you gonna
broke
stay?"
tomorrow. You gotta, hey, is anybody gonna eat those olives? Are you gonna stay? Or are you gonna go now?
She also says, I felt good vibes from Georgie. And
This is different Georgie's day.
did you know when he said, I stay with Darcey. She's a strong person. I'm like, Darcey? Is that what we're talking about? Darcey's a strong person?
Georgie said strong person because he knows that's the best compliment you can get.
That's true.
Give Darcey.
She falls apart like
If you tell Darcey...
cling wrap.
Y'all, if y'all ever meet Darcey...
No, cling wrap is actually pretty strong.
Pretty strong. Almost more kind of like wet tissue paper.
Yeah.
Y'all, if you see Darcey, tell her, say, Darcey,
strong.
you're a strong woman. And you know what? I would wear a House of 11 shirt that says stay strong
Oh, yeah.
in a second.
Staying strong.
Staying strong. But we need to make shirts that say, well, I don't know if that's their thing. We don't want to problem.
They'd sue us.
But no, ours goes to charity.
Her father would come and...
All of ours goes to charity.
That's
We
true.
can do it. We should
Doesn't
make
matter. We'd to be taking money out of the Silver Twins mouths.
If not, Darcey and Stacey, y'all don't listen.
We'd be taking surgery money away
But
from
what
them.
if we said staying strong? I
Sorry,
like that.
not surgery. Body revisions.
Body revision. So
I love that term.
that's what I'm going to use.
Body revisions.
Yeah. So
Stacey says, well, what about Octavia? What about the Sugar Mama site?
Sugar Mama.
Did you say when the money's out, that you're
When the
out?
money goes up, you're gone.
And Georgie really,
Is this for life?
he really kind of convinces them. And Debbie just says, well, maybe that person's lying to me. And this is what...
Maybe that other person was lying to me.
It's
I don't know.
interesting, y'all. I'll be honest. This storyline feels super scripted. But if it is, Darcey's the fucking Glenn Close of reality television.
I was less bothered by this than what happened later in the episode.
Oh, I don't think that was fake. I think that was real, and I was bothered by
Right.
it too. But I'm just saying this feels a little bit like a... What's this storyline? Or was Debbie just making it up and Darcey didn't know?
Here's my issue. We have, this is episode 7 or episode 8?
I think it's 7.
7. We have flip-flopped back and forth whether Darcey can trust Georgie every episode.
I honestly think Darcey and Georgie don't have a lot of problems. Well,
I don't know.
I do think they have problems, but I don't think they have as many problems as they have to make the show. I don't think Georgie is that dramatic.
Yeah, I think that's a way of seeing it. I pretty much agree with you there. I just don't like. We're going to talk about this. They really don't talk to each other well.
No,
and especially him to her. But however, I see all of his points when we're going to talk about them. I'm kind of team Georgie.
I think the person that talks worse is Darcey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, you said him to her. I think her to him.
Yeah.
So,
let's go on through this. So we're Raina and Debbie were basically saying people lied to me. Stacey's like, it's good to meet the real Georgie tonight. Good to meet the real one. I like this Georgie.
Listen, Muscles Wiki. Listen. Look
You
at
got me
me.
good, my
Look
girl.
look at me in the face. Look at me in the face, because I'm telling you, this is true for it. You see my eye?
Your eyes are crossing.
I apologize. I'm going to own that. Appreciate it. I apologize. We're good.
That is a real hallmark of your Raina, is to always hiccup halfway through.
well, that is
what she says.
That's
you
what
know you got that drunk person from like Andy Griffith.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Y'all, if we're playing a drunk character, they will always hiccup halfway through a sentence.
Yeah, it's true. And Debbie's like, it's over. It's good.
It's good. Everything's
It's
over.
over.
Why not? Why am I going to complain? I'm going
And
to go back to COVID.
Stacey looks at Georgie and
Sanitize
she
my
says,
hands.
this night made me think about you. And even Georgie gets kind of emotional.
It all happened
Georgie- he-
really quickly.
But he gets moved. Like you can tell his voice kind of cracked. And they give a hug. And Darcey's over there she's laid out. Just,
and here's the thing. And her huge butterfly eyelashes just like in the wind.
Oh, God.
They they can't have candles at the table.
Not again.
No more pain. No more pain.
I just want life and love.
No more.
my headphones fell off. That was dramatic.
But they can't have candles at the table because the candles always get extinguished by the actual Chinese fan eyelashes.
That or hair extensions catch on fire real quick. Real quick.
Don't get those horsehair ponytails near an open flame. So,
Darcey just looks at him. She's like, I'm really grateful to feel your love and your openness. That's what I'm grateful for.
let's move on. So, this is what I need to ask you.
Yeah.
With this little 10 minutes, what is this supposed to do? What are we supposed to...
I think we're supposed to trust Georgie now.
Okay.
We're supposed to trust
Because remember,
Georgie.
you guys, we've said this before. Reality show editing, reality show storytelling is all about exactly that. Telling a story and how we feel about these people. And So we're supposed to trust Georgi.
I think it goes back and forth.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I think that's all of Darcey's relationships. They're all roller coasters.
I'm just
They're all
saying, does it need
back
to
and
be
forth.
that way every episode?
I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I think that Darcey's relationships are that not volatile because that sounds violent, but they're that
Quixotic.
yes.
Okay.
Just everything is just I think that's Darcey's like day. I think think about it. I think Darcey probably
That's exhausting.
I think I love Darcey. We love Stacey.
I don't want to
They're our
ever be in a
queens.
relationship with
I think
her.
Darcey is really exhausting to be in a relationship with, and we see later on in this episode.
I think
why.
Stacey is a little more even keel.
No, I said Darcey. That's
Yeah.
why I said Darcey.
So they are Stacey and Florian, y'all. They're going to the doctor's appointment, the fertility specialist. Drive faster, or Florian's like, drive faster.
He's like,
It's no snow.
It's not snow. It's not good. No good snow.
So, and she's like, so we're at the doctor. I need you to be open-minded. Don't just assume. And of course, Florian says, this sounds like anti-mask, anti-vax. No, doctor, say different things. I could go to another doctor. He tell me same thing. Different. Relax, boo-boo. So,
But you know, Stacey's stressed because Florian will just flat out tell the doctor, no, not true.
yeah,
And,
yeah.
And she is so stressed because for every episode, I watch the 6-minute inside. It's y'all. It's,
I've never watched those.
It's really good to watch the inside Darcey and Stacey because you get a little tidbits, but also you kind of get used to their new faces and you like recognize them more.
Oh, right.
I don't mean that as a dig. I just mean they look.
Both of them have new faces now.
Y'all, when you get a nose job, it completely changes what you look like.
And they've kind of sheared off their faces.
It's very yeah. So I'm just kind of like watching it. You just kind of get
What
them
do they
more.
call those noses? What are they?
Barbie
Pixie
nose.
nose?
They
Barbie
call them
noses?
Barbie noses, yeah.
Yeah.
But so
Visions.
And they talk about it on the episode, but they show more of the car ride of Stacey and Florian, and it really is. She is so stressed about everything. It shows like production going. Darcey or Stacey, you missed the bank again. She really missed it 3 times.
Oh, yeah. We saw that later. Yeah. So they're doing the blood test, and she's like, it's kind of hard to make a fist with these nails.
I love that. I love
Because they're so awful.
She can't even she's just kind of like pressing. And so
Y'all come at us. No, y'all don't. Listeners, do y'all have nails like
oh
these?
yes, some women do. Yeah,
These are extreme.
the woman who used to work at a front desk had nails that way.
They're
And
just,
she just
so
had-
much.
She had a baby, and I thought, how do you wipe your baby's butt? Like if you're wiping your baby's ass with those nails, is there always just baby shit on your nails?
And I'm like,
It seems unhygienic.
Be extra if you want, but I just think they're just not practical.
Well, though, that comes from it's the status. The longer your nails,
Right.
like the more rich
Yeah, it's
you
very,
look,
very mafia, very kept wife.
the less you have to do.
Right. I get it. It's still just to me. Just
Not me.
seems-
Give me good lesbian hands with short nails. That's somebody I can trust.
Just
Get shit done.
every time I see them, and especially Stacey's, they're always messy and
Yeah. But seriously, y'all, do any of y'all have a baby with nails that long? Do you just have, even not a
Yeah.
baby, when you wipe your own poop, do you just have poop on your nails?
ooh.
That's what I think
But
about.
even like typing on a computer, it seems like it would
no,
be hard.
they do everything flat.
Okay, I see.
All flat. It's all, and and it's just, which I would think would give your hand, but it's just, they look like little penguin fingers, just kind of walking. It's the same for texting because they can't text.
Right, so they tick, tick,
They
tick,
text
tick,
on
tick,
like,
tick.
yeah.
So Florian is sitting over there, and I'm like, give him some of your blood, please.
Please.
He's about to pass out.
Y'all, he's exhausted from taking off her shoes.
My favorite quote from him is she wore these ridiculous snakeskin boots.
She's wearing a sweatshirt. She's wearing a matching sweatsuit with snakeskin boots.
And he says, every time I help Stacey with shoes, it's hard. I wish she wear flip-flops every day.
Flip-flop. She's not.
That's never going to happen. So they're doing the ultrasound.
And you know, adults over 35 shouldn't wear flip-flops. You're playing with fire.
Well, every time I wear flip-flops, I hurt my foot somehow.
Because you're playing with fire.
I know.
Y'all, unless you're by a pool, if you're 35 years old, now...
Yeah. It is easy in Los Angeles to wear flip-flops everywhere. It's easy.
My own mother would hate this because my mother loves
Mine too.
Loves a bedazzled sandal.
Yep.
I think that's why women wear flip-flops a lot. So they want to show off their toes.
I think it's just easy. I think it's more convenient.
I just don't feel supported.
I agree. I'm just saying I
don't know how you do it.
I've taken to wearing tennis shoes now because I hurt myself otherwise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How many times have you twisted your ankle in flip-flops?
Lots.
Y'all, and when I say lots, like 4 times. Like it's bruised and...
Yeah.
I'm surprised you... Never mind. I don't want to say that because I don't want to put it on in the universe.
Thank you. So they're doing the ultrasound. She's like, oh. And Florian's like,
No. What the fuck is happening? I don't think... I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do we know much about Florian's past?
I don't think we do.
He's from...
Albania,
yes. Is he from like a small village where there's no electricity? Like they go to get water. It just seems
He
like...
does seem like a woodland sprite who doesn't know a lot about birth and babies or female anatomy.
This is just a simple sonogram. This is nothing. Everything, he's like, whoa.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever been around. I think things like this freak him out because it feels clinical and it feels... I don't understand machine. Yeah.
It is. Like he doesn't understand why Stacey uses a stove to cook off instead of like a fire.
Yeah. I agree, which is
So
strange.
maybe he's from a small town. I don't get it.
His style of clothes he wears is so Eastern European gay
and kind of like someone who lives in a city.
Yep, I agree with you. He is a contradiction. He is an enigma. Or maybe he's not that deep.
Maybe.
So turns out, you guys, she's got a small cyst on her ovary, and she doesn't have a lot of eggs left. They say they're going to find out what's happening now. She's 46 years old, so we've all were expecting that because 46 is pretty an advanced age. To expect that you have a lot of eggs left.
Producer said. She said, Stacey, what's going on in your mind right now?
Well, I don't know. I don't have a lot of eggs, but I have a cyst. Need to stay strong. Stay strong. Florian, get my boots. So this is intense. I will say. This is real, and this fertility struggle and this fertility drama is a valid and common plot point for reality shows.
Yeah,
this I can read. It's paid off throughout, but the Darcey Georgi thing is just ping pong for me. I know you said that's her life, but I'm just a little dissatisfied with the way it's all kind of stagnant.
Well, I'll kind of give you my kind of thesis on it once we talk about kind of the interaction, which I think, are we there? I think we're there, actually.
Yeah, we are.
So, y'all, they're getting stuff ready. It's the final night before she heads to Turkey, and the girls are coming over, and they're making kebabs. They're coming over making kebabs. You know, I think as an introduction, it's just going to go better. Let me put in another cough drop, everyone, because I think it's time for Darcey and Stacey Theater.
I'm in mommy mode.
Okay. I'll be playing Darcey.
I'll be playing Georgi.
Peter will be playing Georgi.
And probably some of the girls if we need to get that in there.
So we're making dinner. We're in a kitchen.
Got a big horsehair ponytail out.
Yes.
Very frayed.
I do want to say, by the way, when Stacey went to the doctor.
Looked great.
Her makeup. Yeah. She looked fantastic.
I don't know.
I want to know that skin cream she's trying. Georgie said because she looks great.
I need to know. She's so up and down with her look. Sometimes it looks like her facial features are just kind of pushed together like Mr. Potato Head.
It's the bronzer.
Is it? It works for her.
She gets too bronze, and she puts too much bronzer on, and it contours her face. And if you put too much bronzer on, it changes the look of your face by the shadow.
Very
it's creating
severe.
Shadow.
Yeah.
Less bronzer is better for her.
But like when she woke up in the morning and her eyelash was hanging down.
Stacey, stick to like a NARS orgasm blush. That's all the bronzer you need.
So
my favorite blush.
They're cooking dinner. Mm-hmm. Girls are coming over.
And
here we go.
Action. Making kebabs. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What's that, Georgie?
Yes,
What's that,
boss.
Georgie recipe? No, I need that
boss.
Georgie, that secret sauce. Secret sauce.
You want to make salad? I'll make salad.
Okay.
You can make.
Seem a little low. Everything okay?
This is my upbeat voice.
You sure?
Yeah, whatever, boss. Sure.
If you're hungry, you can eat that peanut butter. If you want to eat that $5 peanut butter, ooh.
See where you go. You're
Fancy,
complaining
fancy
about
peanut butter.
$5 peanut butter. There's
just-
always something. You talk down
Just
to
say-
me.
What?
Talk down to me. Let it go. Let's let it go.
Okay.
Sure, boss.
I'm just gonna chop on this countertop and ruin this knife and not use a cutting board at all.
Careful.
Okay, but there's not enough meat.
No, it's plenty of meat. No, there's not enough meat there for you. No, you need more meat.
Nope, it's not enough. I don't think I can. Okay, sure. You don't want to cook enough meat
See,
for a
there
girl.
you're being nasty and rude.
What?
Being nasty.
What?
Nasty.
What?
Being nasty and rude.
No, it's just this. I don't want to. I can't have this energy. I cook meals with my girls. I did this with he who might not be named.
Oh no!
Didn't go good.
I think you'll miss him. You'll
Jesse.
talk about him so much. You talk about him all the time. Why don't you go back to Jesse?
no,
Why don't you go back to him?
What? I don't want
Maybe
Jesse.
you should do it.
No, you're treating me like Jesse treated me. I don't like that. I don't deserve this. I'm a strong woman.
Don't you
No.
talk down to me? You're nasty.
What? Just
That's not how you make kebab.
I just want to be loved.
And scene. Yo, this was hard to watch.
This
And
was hard to watch because I think this was real.
I think I agree, and Georgie is petulant like a child. And that's the kind of thing. Yes, Darcey is annoying with all her little Darceyisms. Mm-hmm. And Stacey has a little bit of that too. And Florian just lets it go water off a duck's back until he chooses his moments for things that are serious. Mm-hmm. If you don't do that with Darcey, she's going to feel attacked. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it's one of the two things. She's either the butt of the joke like she was with Tom always, or she's always trying to appease someone like she was with Jesse. She's always trying to appease.
But, yeah, I think... And they talk about like this. They're even talking about the peanut butter.
I can see her saying, well, $5 peanut butter. We think we are. Made of money.
And he says, you buy $1,000 shoes and never
Yeah.
wear them. So, with Darcey and Georgi, I can see why you think he acts like a petulant child. I can see that. What I feel like I think Georgi is broken down.
Yeah.
I think Darcey's a hard person to be in a relationship with. I think we're going to see this later, but Darcey sabotages every relationship she has.
She says, don't trigger me. Don't trigger me and make the energy off when the girls are here.
Yeah, she said. Yeah, she's like
Everything is an Instagram
and
post about triggering and energy. And
if you notice, well, that's kind of into more than. But it's Darcey can't stand. She says at the dinner, she's like, "I just want everybody happy. I just want everybody happy."
Yeah,
which
confrontation.
means somebody says that yes, they don't want everybody happy. It means they can't deal with confrontation. And it also means when I tell you something that can be construed as negative, you're going to take that as an attack and not
Right.
me just telling you my feelings.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
It's not a
interesting
good
because,
place to be in.
And when she tries to talk about her feelings, it's always stuff like, "I'm trying to be open," and it's not.
It's not feelings.
It's not feelings.
She's not actually saying
Right. She's saying this kind of bad men are from Mars, women are from Venus doublespeak.
Well, we're going to talk about this after the break, but she actually talks a lot about the way people are treating them, not how she's feeling about
Right.
it. So, y'all, we're going to take a
Agree.
break, and we'll be right back. Okay, this is why Darcey is my favorite, because
she's broken.
but we're all broken.
I agree.
And Darcey, to me, I think we've had a lot of listeners that have said, I've seen parts of myself in Darcey. And I think that's why
The most frustrating parts.
I started playing Darcey.
Yep.
And you Stacey, because I think you and I relate to them in that the way they handle being uncomfortable, vulnerability.
Oh, yeah.
Back in my day, I handled it more like Darcey, and you would handle it more like we relate to that.
Yeah.
How Darcey and Stacey handle that. And so
I think you're right. And I think one of the reasons she's either beloved or hated is because you can tell there's just this aching pit of need that she is barely covering.
And if you watch the show, you can see that. And
Yeah.
that's why you realize all of this ridiculous cartoonery.
Yeah.
Because
That's a good word
Because
for
they're
it.
all cartoons.
Yeah.
That's what I love about the show. Debbie, Rainey, the casting.
Everyone's a cartoon.
Oh,
Yep.
even Dad is a mafia
Yep.
cartoon.
Yep, they're all
The only
cartoons.
kind of non-cartoon people
girls.
are the girls that are just like,
God, I love those kids.
I love their kids. And so, but it is terrible how Georgie, while they're making food, keeps saying stuff like, maybe you should go to him. Yeah, you always talk to him. It does become 5-year-old.
Yeah.
When you're upset, just
It's
go
petulance.
back. But then it's impressive when the girls come over. Dad comes over.
He turns it on.
He turns and he's like, it's not about us.
Right.
And that
He is probably one of the most respectful men we've ever seen her with. Definitely.
Yes. I think it might be in the lone. I think Georgie's a good guy, and he's not there for the wrong reasons. I do not believe he's there for the wrong reasons.
I don't even know what's real in this show.
And I think that's very fucking valid.
I don't. I question whether Raina and Debbie are actually their friends.
Like if Darcey ends up meeting a count in Turkey and gets married and becomes royalty, I would believe it. Sure.
I actually don't think where they're living, they're actually living there.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like they're like one of those work suites things.
Like I thought that this episode went, I wonder if they gave them those apartments for free because they just built them.
Yeah,
and they want
that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
And it's not that we think it's extraordinarily scripted. This show is very fake. And I'm not saying everything's false. That's very different.
Yeah.
I'm saying situations are massaged. So we will get authentic reactions.
I think some of it is recreated, like probably some things happened when the camera wasn't on.
Oh, yeah.
And they talk about it, like the peanut butter that happened when the cameras weren't there.
Right.
But then they brought it up, and Georgie and Darcey is so good at putting herself in the moment she was in.
Yeah.
She's great about it.
So the dad brings over the girls. He's like, yeah, I gotta go. Got a conference call with China in about 10 minutes.
He's got to kill someone.
Need to order the execution of...
Yeah. He's going to that lake to have a talk with somebody who's not gonna
gonna sleep
back.
with the fishes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Ooh, Daddy Silva is
So-
hot.
Georgie, they're
So that's when she says, we're going to get some reconstruction.
body revisions.
He's like, my nose is fine. Mine. She's like, well, and again, it's a metaphor. If you don't own one part of your life, a lot of times you don't own other parts of it. How does Darcey explain getting plastic surgery? She doesn't really talk about it from an emotional place.
No, it's about making. She's like getting older. Got to have things that don't fall off.
That she's like, well, the nose is drooping.
Yeah.
Whereas, if somebody asks me, if somebody says, Matt, why do you get Botox? And I'm like, I don't like the way it look. I don't like the way it looks. I look cross. I'm finding, and it makes me feel like I'm not me, and I can kind of say that from a personal place. Darcey doesn't even say that.
No. It's all about trying to build her best self that's not really real.
And it's just where the girls are totally like, we don't get it.
Yeah.
They don't get it at all.
Yeah.
Nobody seems to
They
get
say
it.
mom surgeries are it's hard to keep track of. It's hard to, did she get veneers? Did she get stomach surgery?
So yeah, she is getting veneers. Oh boy, did they get veneers?
Did
If
you
you're
hear
watching the
Stacey say,
inside-
"No, we're getting the whitest teeth we possibly can"?
they're like,
It's like those teeth Ross had on Friends.
yes,
That glow in the dark.
yes, that was a good episode.
No, y'all, they had to, those veneers like have a glare on them.
Yeah,
It's extreme.
it's extreme.
So we're gonna get to see when they wore those, when their teeth were shaved down to those little nubs.
Yeah.
Um,
Ouch! Ouch!
I don't know. I have a feeling I'll probably get veneers in 10 years.
Why? You have nice teeth.
I know, but I want nice white teeth later that I have to do a lot with.
So see, and I want to ask you, why would you want nice white teeth?
Less upkeep.
Okay. But there's no emotional thing to it?
Also, I've ground my teeth so much.
they're going to be nubs anyway when
Yeah.
you're old.
That's why I'm worried it'll already look like that.
Oh,
A lot of people who have teeth grinding go to veneers.
really?
Yep.
Didn't know that.
Yep.
All right.
I don't know.
I don't have anything against veneers. Honestly, it's just teeth things are painful. It looks so painful.
I think they put you to sleep.
Oh, it
Maybe
just
they
looks
don't.
like it hurts
Maybe they don't.
so bad.
Maybe they don't. I
Come
don't
and
know.
ask if you got veneers and it hurt, or fillers. Poodle still wants fillers under his eyes.
That's the only thing I want. That's the only... Because I don't... When you said you look at yourself, you don't like the way it is. I don't look cross. And if I do look cross, that's how I look.
Yeah, when when she's bitchy, you know it.
I know. I'm kind of okay with that.
No. Yeah, I didn't like that people would say, "Are you upset?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not upset at all. It's just I'm getting older and I'm getting that furrow in my brow, and that's why I started getting Botox."
when you look at people, when you look at
the
things,
inside doesn't match the outside to me,
which is fine.
and I think that's whereas Darcey,
It does look strange flat when you do it, though.
so I'm fine with it. I don't have it right now, so
Right.
you should get it done once just to see it.
I don't want it though.
Oh well, then
Like I
don't.
said, the only thing I would do is have
Oh, you
my
do
eyes
want
filled.
microblading on your eyebrows?
Oh yeah, that's a given.
Well, you should do that. We know someone who does a really good job of it.
It's true.
You're scared, aren't you? It goes away in like 4 months.
I'd do it.
You should do it. Whoa, we should do.
That's what you can get me for my birthday.
We should do
Microblading.
I will. I will get it for you, and you can get me my fillers for my birthday.
How about I just save an old bottle of Duke's mayonnaise?
Yeah, there
and I
you
do
go.
them, and I do it. I do the injections myself.
What if we get all new faces for our live
Ooh,
show?
I love it.
We come to the live show November 14th, and you don't even
I'm gonna
recognize
look like
us.
Jocelyn, the Catwoman.
And I'll look like one of those like gay twins, those guys.
Oh yeah, that human Ken doll.
Yeah.
People go, is that them?
Is that them?
I'm like, I can't really talk now.
No, it's true.
Not really funny anymore either.
Woo.
So the girls basically
It's
say
been a tough day, but I'm putting on a brave face.
they are
Enjoy 'em.
for my daughters.
For my daughters.
Annika and Aspen says we were kind of surprised when they got back together, but we're happy because George is a good cook. He makes really good grills really well, and he makes a good rare cold steak like his soul.
No. Jesse. They said Jesse's steak was cold and rare like his.
Oh, I missed that completely.
Yeah. Someone would sent you a dick pic.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Now, here's the deal. I want to say, because it adds context. This is kind of why I think things with Darcey and Georgi are fine, probably. I think they're still together.
and you could totally be right. I just
Because on the inside, and I keep saying inside edition with Nancy, whatever.
first look or inside.
The inside Darcey and Stacey,
Yeah,
inside
inside
the
the
episode.
episode.
They show again, and they show how Georgi is so funny with the girls. And actually, when he was like joking with them
Aw.
and like having this repertoire, and like they were doing these like weird puppet
So maybe
things.
they don't have problems.
And Darcey even says, like, that's one thing I love about Georgie that's different than any guy I've dated is that he gets along with my girls and he's funny and they enjoy each other's company.
I mean, I think that's a fine theory to throw out. I guess I go back and forth between giving them what they show us. But I'm like you. Sometimes I'll go, I think this is made for the cameras.
I don't know. I think, but why I think part of it is, they have this dinner. The dinner goes well. I'll get to more kind of, but so
she does start to cry because they said,
Well, even
"What if
before-
you get botched?"
I like that she goes,
Like, don't say that. She does. When she's about to cry, Darcey shakes her head.
she kind of,
I'm gonna film this. Here, do it again. Here, go ahead again. Okay, this is what it looks like when
on the Instagram.
This is what it looks like.
Okay.
Here. This is Darcey trying not to cry, everybody.
Do you be Annika and Aspen and ask me?
So what if you get botched? What if something happens to you? She shakes her head. No, don't cry. Don't cry.
I gotta miss my girl.
I'm not filming anymore.
All right. Boy, I just go into that place with her.
So bless you.
Excuse me.
So,
But my favorite line of the whole thing is and she's like, yeah, that's where we're going to get her teeth done. They're going to be white, real white, real white. And Georgie's like, and the girls are like, oh, you're going to get gold teeth? And Georgie says, oh, you get diamonds.
Diamonds
She's
in
like,
your teeth.
And the girls are like, well, what if you lose diamonds? And Darcey's like, well, diamonds come and go.
Especially in my life.
Especially in my life.
So later on, Stacey and Florian are doing their errands while they're waiting for the results of fertility exam. And she's like, see if Florian can survive without me. How much money do you need? She's like, $2,000. It's like,
No, this is, when they're driving and they miss the ATM like 3 times.
And she kept saying, he said, my cozy.
And I love that she said in their interview in the moment, she's like, well, with Florian, it's okay. Florian, it's okay. You can't support. It's fine. It's fine. I'm his biggest cheerleader. I'm his biggest fan. I'm his biggest fan.
No, you're not fan. You my Stacey wife.
And where Darcey shakes her head up and down, when Stacey gets hurt, it looks like a bee stings her on her nose, and she just kind of blinks.
Yeah, it's true. So she's like, Stacey. Stacey's like, so you gonna go strip club? Dollar bills? Dollar bills?
No, not strip club.
And she's like, we plan to keep track of each other. Which this kind of creeped me out. And he's like, it's fine, chill. He's upset because she has to give him money still.
I don't think it's weird when you're married or in a couple to share your location. Like,
but I think it's weird to require it.
It's weird to require it.
That's
yes,
what I'm
but
saying.
Like to me, like my partner and I, we do that just because if something happens, like it's nice
Right.
to like know. But
How often do you check it though?
no, not off. It's like
Right.
if it's just you kind of know it's there if you need it.
But she was the one who said do it.
Yeah. So yes, that is creepy about it. But y'all,
He did
remember
cheat.
last season when he cheated on her with what's her name? The woman who looked like
Florian coming after my kitty.
Password. It's the woman who looked like
Pyramid, you mean?
Yeah, I got it now. The woman who looked like a real. Speaking of a botched Gina Gershon.
Oh, she was something. Florian want my honey.
Remember Gina Gershon in Riverdale?
Yes.
She was like one of the few good things about that show. Come at us if you're still watching Riverdale.
We're not.
Listen to River Males. Let us know if there's gay shit. And not between Kevin and the other gay guy. We want Archie and...
No, that's never going to happen.
We want Archie and not Dagwood. Not
Jughead?
We want Archie and Jughead gay shit.
It's not going to happen.
That's what we want.
So they are packing, and this is when they really get into it. And
Darcey and Georgi are packed.
Yeah.
Yes.
and she's like, glad that we could put things aside when the girls were here.
So it starts. Darcey's like, I want to thank you. yeah, for that. And she's like, I don't want to give up on us. I feel like it's love. And arguments are over just petty stuff, and we keep spiraling into arguments. So Darcey's telling us the pattern here. But Georgie says to her, he says, lately, I feel like you're killing the love.
You killed the love.
And Darcey says, I never want you to feel that way.
Well,
and I'm like, okay.
He said, this is how it makes me feel.
That's a-
she gets offended by that.
And that's a big problem of Darcey. And that's what I thought was shitty of Darcey.
She's going to say that it's wrong you feel that way.
What I saw in this was Georgie literally trying to open up to her and
Right.
tell her, and she came back and gaslighted him.
He said, you like to make everybody less than you. And
I think Darcey, this is what I think Darcey's a control freak.
Yeah, he read her for filth.
She's trying
And
to control.
I liked it.
She's trying to control everything. That makes Darcey doesn't mean to make him feel insecure, but it makes him feel
less
insecure.
than. Yep.
And instead when Georgie said you make people feel insecure, Georgie should have said I feel insecure.
right.
Like I honestly think a good couples therapist could totally fix this, because you're right. They don't communicate to each other at all.
I'm gonna amend that and say they would need a good couples therapist, and then Darcey would need to be with her own therapist.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it would be-
But here's and I know Jesse was a fucking narcissist.
Yeah, and Tom was terrible.
Tom just wanted to be famous and completely took advantage of her. And Darcey doesn't take responsibility in any of her relations until after it falls apart.
That's very true.
She never in the moment says, I could have done this. Afterwards, she'll take some responsibility, but she always blames the guy.
She also says in this, and this I just can't really understand how this is helping. She said, the only person I can go to for this is your ex.
And
she
that's-
says I could walk away and I deserve better.
And that's when I
This
went,
is threatening.
this is threatening. And this
this is
really
not what you do in a relationship
Just
when you're
think
having problems.
I know it's not that far, but Georgie did. He moved away from everything.
Yeah.
He has no friends, nothing. That's where he was like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Nothing is convenient for me.
He
I
moved
don't
to
even wanna be
Connecticut.
here.
It's not convenient. Yeah.
And George and Darcey says, you're so closed off emotionally. And I went, he's closed off because he just opened up to you. You
Right.
didn't
You
validate.
threw it back in his face.
You didn't validate anything he's saying. So he's going to be closed off because and he says later, I don't trust you.
Y'all, he throws that at her and she's like, she just, she has a glitch completely with that.
And then she says, you have so many insecurities. Your ex-wife even says you have so many insecurities. And now I'm starting to see it. And I went, Darcey, this is gross.
And then he's
this
trying-
is viperish. Like you're
Yeah.
trying to just make him feel less than.
Then she's saying things like, you're love bombing me, blah, blah, blah.
That's gaslighting him.
Yeah. I felt really bad for him.
I felt really bad for
Yeah.
Y'all come at us. Maybe we're seeing something we're not. And I'm sure something will come out and say
she's
that
like-
Georgie's like taking
Yeah.
her for money and make
She's
it
like,
look like assholes.
I'm going to be a boss babe. I'm going to girl boss. Boss
So
babe.
instead of feeling the feelings and actually processing what's happened, Darcey has to
Use some
jump
time
to,
for myself.
like Poodle always says, I'm the hero, you're the villain, I'm right, you're wrong,
And I'm going to
getting
embark
out
on a
of this.
journey like never before.
I'm gonna, yes, I'm going to come back a new me, and I'm doing it from the inside out. Doing it for the inside out.
Jesus.
But that nose is really going to help.
So, y'all, they're leaving.
I'm going to Turkey, and you're going to get a whole new Darcey. It doesn't just start with my face.
They are there, and of course, they say that, oh, we're matching. They have already arranged this completely.
Twin, what do they call it?
Twin tuition.
Twin tuition. I'm sure they did, but also that happens a lot though in twins. They do
Yeah.
wear the same things a lot.
So
my mom and my Aunt Karen wore the same things all the time.
they're not actual twins,
I
though.
know, but they lived in different parts of the country and bought each other the same Christmas presents.
Aw.
That happened like 5 times.
What's
they just
your
knew.
Aunt Karen doing now?
She's dead.
Sorry.
She's died of cancer. Bless her heart.
So
Very young.
can't they're out there. Stacey and Florian already know something's off with the energy of
But
Darcey and
yes, but this juxtaposition of Stacey and
I
Florian
know.
just fucking making out.
in masks, and they're just watching. And Stacey's like, "Can't tell if you're smiling, Georgie."
And Georgie's like, yeah, I'm smiling. And then Georgie, he basically said,
It's like we're friends now.
And that's, I just want to say, before they get, or Georgie says to the camera, and this makes sense. He says, I don't know what to feel anymore. It's so
Right.
complicated. He's trying to think, I think, pretty rational. Like, well, if I work on this with Darcey, but y'all, like Poodle said, they need couples therapy, but Darcey needs at least like 3 years of good therapy.
She needs like a Sherpa to take her through.
Yes.
She needs like a life coach, confidant.
because
Every moment.
Because Darcey, the saddest thing of all this, Darcey loves love, but she doesn't love herself.
Yeah.
And she's never going to find love until she can love herself.
She
and
actually-
like not just say it on a meme, but do like
You know what she
love
needs?
all parts of herself.
Instead of a male therapist, she needs a tough lesbian therapist to cut through all the bullshit, to lay it out there for her. Almost a super cerebral therapist to say, "What do you
Something.
think? What do you, tell me an honest answer?
It's
Give me an honest
interesting with
answer."
Darcey because, I mean, a male therapist could be good just because it could kind of co-create that pattern for her or recreate that pattern.
I think she just fall into
But
it.
well, but if a good therapist would then take that and use that in the room.
Yeah.
But it is interesting that Darcey has such issues with love when her relationship with her father seems so good. Isn't that interesting for you?
It is, but I think it's just one way. I think she loves her father, and
I don't know if it has to do with her brother passing away so
Yeah.
quickly, but there's this, she's got abandonment issues. She's
Oh,
got
my
so
God.
much. And they're out there hugging, and Georgie kind of says, this is what's sad to me, y'all. Georgie doesn't seem almost even angry anymore. He just seems, I'm done.
Yeah.
I just don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm just exhausted.
yeah.
And he says, well, have a good trip. I hope you can have time for yourself and find what you want. And he says, be safe. And maybe I feel like hugging you is more like hugging a friend, which is the second worst thing you can say to Darcey. But Poodle,
Friend zone.
What's the first worst thing you can say to Darcey in front of her sister?
Your sister looks younger than you,
Boy.
and that was said.
he said,
Stacey's wearing a new
much.
skincare. You look younger than Darcey. No more wrinkles.
Darcey has more wrinkles than you.
That's like
and you see Darcey she's just nodding that
just
head.
bristle. Yep. Don't never say Stacey is more blank than you, Darcey.
No.
Because it's not good. Not good.
They get in the car.
Older twin.
And Stacey immediately is like, what? Let's be friends. And Darcey's like, I don't want to get into it right now. I don't want to ruin the energy.
I'm ready to fly.
Because I'm free right now. I feel free.
Got some wings.
Ready to go. I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to be hurt by that man. I don't deserve that. Ready to fly.
Get on that big bird.
And it also shows them, again, y'all, watch the 6 minutes on Discovery Plus. Even if you watch just, it shows them.
Wonder what that TSA
in the airport at the duty free shop.
Stop.
Just going crazy. Duty free. Oh, yeah, well, and they're like, Darcey sprays herself with perfume like 10 times. And I'm
You know it
thinking,
smells like Freesia.
the poor person sitting by her on the plane. Stacey's just walking around in that big fur coat around the airport. Then they're late to the flight because they've been shopping and they're running to the airport. And Stacey's
my
going,
God.
gosh, Stace. It's gold. They're only like 6 minutes, y'all, and they're the best.
So they're just absolute disasters wherever they go.
I love them because cut to Poodle and I are going to fly to a live show and almost
That's what
be
it's gonna
late
be like.
to us. I'm telling you, I think we love them because we are them.
I don't know. I get nervous if you see me when I'm in an airport. I'm
So
very.
you've never been flirting with a hot straight guy at a bar and 3 drinks in and realize you almost missed your flight?
That's the show.
That's the show, everybody. That's it. Speaking of live shows, y'all, again, thank you so much for selling out of our show so quickly.
Selling out our show.
Yeah, selling out our show in Los Angeles. More shows will come. We are finalizing details for shows in 2022. So stay on the alert for that.
The first two will be New York and Chicago.
One of the best ways for you to find out about that information is to obviously follow us on Instagram or Twitter. But y'all, you can sign up for our newsletter.
Yep, and an episode will be coming out.
And we'll let you know in the newsletter. We're going to try to be better about letting you know in advance. So we only email once a month for the newsletter, but we will do some pre-sale stuff and let you know when that's happening. So
and follow us if you're also curious. Besides the newsletter, follow us on our socials. Follow us on Instagram at Reality Gaze Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Reality Gaze Pod.
Yes, and if you are interested in pre-selling for the live shows, that anybody who's in Patreon or Super Cast,
you get a pre-sale code
a couple of days before.
And I will say, we're doing bigger venues in the future. But our Patreon pre-sale
and
we only had about 50 tickets left.
They bought, So we're starting small. As Poodle said, it's the first fucking time.
So FFT.
We didn't know. Honestly, we didn't know you'd come.
Yeah.
We didn't know you'd come.
It's also COVID. So and also, y'all, we know things change. If COVID gets so bad again, we'll reschedule. That's just the way things are.
I don't want to kill your grandma.
Yeah.
Not going to happen on my watch.
I don't know. She's probably a bitch.
All right, let's go, y'all. Okay, you guys, we hope that you're having... And look, if you just want to live your days, and if your goal is to just find yourself in a duty-free shop, spraying yourself with perfume and a fur coat, there's one way to get that, Poodle, isn't it?
Yes.
Manifest it.
Lord, help the mister who comes between me and my sister. And Lord, help the sister that comes between me and my man.